The jungle of Varelli's prime was never silent. Birds with 3 wings shrieked from the treetops, and thick vines shifted like snakes underfoot. Yet, at the edge of Research Outpost Delta 7, it was eerily quiet. Lieutenant Hal Rowan squinted up at the figure perched beyond the clearing. She sat beneath the metal arch of the old alien observatory, her knees hugged to her chest. Even hunched, she was immense, easily 12 feet tall. Her skin was the soft sheen of pearled obsidian, patterned in swirls of faint blue light. Her eyes, when they opened, glowed like twin moons. "She hasn't moved in days," whispered Ensign Talia over the comms. "She's watching," Hal replied, adjusting the strap on his plasma rifle, though he had no intention of using it. The alien girl, because that's what she looked like, barely past adolescence in demeanor, had appeared 5 days ago. Lone, silent, and unlike any species catalogued by the Intergalactic Accord. The science team dubbed her Subject Theta. The soldiers called her the Tower. To the locals she was cursed. The ghost of the jungle. A death omen. No one dared approach her. Until Hal did. Chapter 2, Her Silence. They said she emitted low-frequency waves that fried electronics. That she had strength enough to bend reinforced alloy. That she'd crushed a war beast barehanded in the wilds. And still, all she had done since arrival was sit there, quiet, unmoving like a statue abandoned by time. Each day Hal returned, just beyond the clearing, setting up a chair and sitting with a ration bar and flask of water. He didn't speak the first few days. Just observed. Watched how her massive fingers traced the stone beneath her. How she tilted her head toward birdsong, as if listening to distant voices. On the 4th day he spoke. "I know you can hear me," he said, voice steady. "I don't think you're here to hurt anyone. Or you would've already." She didn't move. But her glowing eyes blinked, slowly. He took that as progress. The base commander thought he was wasting time. Others laughed, joked about the fool soldier trying to woo a skyscraper-sized alien girl. But Hal didn't stop. Because beneath all that imposing size, there was a sadness in her. A loneliness that echoed something he knew far too well. Chapter 3, The Handprint. By the 7th day something changed. She moved. Not violently. Not aggressively. Just slowly. Her arm extended downward, fingers uncoiling like great black branches. She pressed her palm into the dirt, an open hand the size of a hovercar. Then she retreated to her usual stillness. Hal waited, heart pounding. Was it a threat? Test. Then he saw the imprint. 5 deep marks in the earth. Handprint. He stepped toward it cautiously. Kneeled. Placed his own palm inside hers. Fit 10 times over. A gust of wind stirred the vines. Birds took off in a panic spiral. Then he looked up and saw her watching him directly. For the first time. Her moonlit eyes wide, glowing softly as if surprised. He didn't speak. Just held his hand there against her imprint. And for the briefest moment she smiled. Chapter 4, Her Voice. It wasn't a voice like humans knew. It was vibration. Resonance. A low, melodic hum that rolled through the trees like thunder muffled in velvet. Hal didn't understand the words, if they were words, but the feeling behind it was unmistakable. Curiosity. Fear. Hope. She was trying to communicate. Hal removed his helmet. "My name is Hal," he said slowly, placing a hand on his chest. "Hal." The alien girl blinked. Then, in her deep-chested rhythm, she released a single sound. "Hall." He grinned. After that, things moved quickly. Scientists scrambled to set up low-frequency translators. Linguists theorized about harmonic languages. Diplomats sent encrypted messages to their homeworlds. But none of them truly reached her. Only Hal did. He visited her every day, rain or sun, speaking calmly, offering food she never took, drawing symbols in the dirt. She never left her perch. But she always listened. Until one evening she did more than that. Chapter 5. The Gentle Hand. It was storming. Purple lightning cracked the sky. Hal came anyway. He stood in the clearing, soaked to the bone, and looked up to see her watching him. A tremor passed through the ground. And then she stood. Her full height was dizzying. Her legs were like sculpted stone columns, her long arms stretching as she moved. She took one step toward him. Then another. The base went into panic mode. Sirens blared. Cannons locked onto her massive form. "Stand down!" Hal yelled into his calm, "Don't fire. She's not hostile." The commander hesitated. But Hal didn't wait. He walked forward, hands raised. She stopped just before him. A living mountain of obsidian shimmer, breathing in steady, trembling waves. And then, with the utmost care, she extended her hand, palm up, toward him. Hal didn't flinch. He stepped forward and laid his much smaller hand into hers. A glow erupted around her, soft and sky blue, like bioluminescence beneath water. The jungle fell silent. Even the storm paused. And Hal felt it. Not just warmth but memories. Chapter 6. What she showed him. The moment his hand touched hers, visions flooded his mind. Not like dreams, but more like impressions, paintings made of emotion. He saw her world. A place of towering spires and endless sky. He saw her kind, majestic, peaceful, wandering through cities made of light and crystal. Then the fire came. Ships from beyond. A war Hal recognized. One his people had fought long ago, in a sector charted and forgotten. Her world had been collateral, an accidental victim. She had survived. Alone. Her ship drifted for decades until it crash-landed on Varelli's prime. She wasn't a scout or a soldier. She was a girl. A survivor. A child lost in an alien galaxy. Too large for anyone to comfort. And yet she hadn't lashed out. She waited. Until Hal held her hand. Chapter 7. The Turning Point. After that night everything changed. She began to stand more often, following Hal when he walked the jungle trails. Always at a distance but present. Protective. The soldiers stopped fearing her. The scientists stopped studying and started respecting. They gave her a name. Lura. From an old Terran word meaning starlit guardian. She responded to it, humming low, pleased. Hal was named ambassador to her, though he laughed at the title. He still visited every day, not as a duty, but as a friend. Sometimes, Elura would kneel beside the cliffside overlooking the rivers and draw with her finger in the mud, mimicking the shapes Hal showed her. Stars, planets, male. And once, he found her drawing a human figure, holding a massive alien hand. Chapter 8. The Goodbye and the Promise. Elura's people were gone. There would be no home to return to. But she wasn't alone anymore. The Accord offered her sanctuary, a place among the diplomatic halls of Solaris Prime. She declined. Her ship had been repaired, but she stayed. This planet became her anchor, Hal explained once. And maybe she became its guardian. Years passed. She no longer sat alone in the jungle, but walked the villages beyond, harvesting fruit, repairing stone roads with one sweeping arm. Children ran to her. Elders sang old songs she harmonized with. And every few weeks Hal returned. Older now. Grayer. Slower. And still, when he extended his hand, she met it gently, her glow soft and warm,